Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to CNC Farm. I'm Ashley if you're new here. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of preserving. I have some cabbage that I need to preserve, and I have not yet purchased my pressure cooker. So what we are going to do today is we are going to dehydrate some cabbage. Now, I have never done this before. I have been reading up on it, and just like everything else, you can blanch it, you cannot blanch it. However, again, just like on every other vegetable, I do blanch mine because the blanching also helps get rid of any bacteria, anything that might be lingering, crawling on your vegetables. You do not want to preserve them with any of that yuckiness on there. So blanch them first, and then we will preserve them in the dehydrator. Let's get started. Okay, so we have our large pot of water we're going to bring to a boil. This is the cabbage that we're going to be dehydrating. I picked this up on clearance. So we're going to dehydrate this, and I will use the cabbage in the future probably in some soups. Okay, these have blanched for about 3 minutes. We are going to go ahead and turn this off and strain this in the sink. Okay, I have strained the blanched cabbage, ran it under some cold water, and now we're just going to let it continue to strain a little bit longer to get out some of that excess liquid before we fill up our dehydrator. So stay tuned. All right, we are just going to try and thinly layer this on our trays. Now, I went ahead and used my little tray covers just because there are some really small pieces. This might have to be done in 2 batches. We will see here. I'm going to get on as much as I can. Okay, we've got one ready. Put that on there. Now, like I said, I have never dehydrated cabbage like this before, so I'm just going to kind of watch it on the time. I did read that if you overcook it, but again, that's just, or over dehydrate it, I should say, it gets yucky. I think we are going to get all these in one batch, it looks like, which is awesome. It's kind of funny, the purple cabbage in here turned blue. Like, it kept its color when I blanched it, but it's not purple, it's blue now. So we've got blue cabbage. I don't know if you guys can see the blue cabbage, but that is straight up some blue cabbage. And on to the last tray. I'm going to go back and add a little bit to my first tray, just because I don't want to do this in 2 batches. I have just a little bit extra. You're not supposed to cram your trays, but it is what it is today, folks. And as it's dehydrating, I'm going to go in and rearrange my trays, give them a little stir as needed. Now, I love my dehydrator. It is the Presto dehydrator. I've seen a lot of different ones people have lately given them reviews, and I absolutely love this one. So we are going to put this at 125 degrees, and we are just going to kind of watch it because, like I said, I'm not sure how long this is going to take. And we are off. All right, we are now ready to put this in some containers to preserve it, save it. Here is our finished product. I thought the easiest way is going to be to dump these into a big bowl, and then I'm going to kind of grind them with my fingers because I don't want them in some of the big pieces that they were in when I put them in the dehydrator. Are you going to come help?
Wow, way cool.
Way cool.
Yeah, oh, way cool. Wow.
Alright, see here.
Mom.
They did dry way better on these sheets versus, I only have 2 of these with the holes in them, the mesh ones. But I do have some of these that I put them on, and of course with the holes, they dry way better.
Oh, sugar.
Gotta get some more off. I gotta stack them down here so I can get some more.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Cool.
Whoa, cool.
Mom. Whoa. Whoa.
I believe I already turned my dehydrator off, but I believe this ran for about 10 hours. Not quite 10 hours. And again, it's going to depend on your individual dehydrator. You just want to kind of watch these. But so far, I'm happy with the way this turned out. The true test will be when I make this in some soup, or add it to some soup rather, here in a few weeks. So I'm just gonna kind of, like, you guys hear how crunchy that is? That's perfectly dried. Whoa, look, they're sliding, buddy, watch out. And we're just gonna kind of break it up. And if you guys do have any pieces in here that are not crunchy, that they're still a little bit flimsy soft, they are not done. You guys don't want to put those in your jar. Now, I was a little bit worried about the smell of dehydrating this cabbage in the house, but there was no smell. I mean, there might have been a slight smell at the beginning, but it did not stink up the house like I anticipated. Now, you can put these in the vacuum seal bags. You can put them in, I'm actually going to be using a mason jar. You can also add one of the little moisture absorbing packs to this if you want. If you have the attachment sealer for like the canning, you know, to seal the lids, that would be ideal. I plan on actually using this up pretty quickly in soup, so I'm just going to put it in the mason jar and throw it on my shelf. I probably wouldn't have to crumble this, it's so fine, but I'm going to be trying to sneak this. Yes. Crumble. Yep, I'm crumbling it. You hear it? It's crunchy, isn't it? Crunchy. But I'm not 100% sure that my husband will eat the cabbage, you know, knowing it's in the soup. He's a little weird with the foods like that. But I think when it's in the small pieces like this, no one's ever going to know it's in the soups. Hey, what are you doing? You helping yourself to some cinnamon and sugar over there?
Yeah. How cool.
Alright, so let's put this in the jar.
Mom, I want egg toast.
You want cinnamon and sugar toast?
Yum. Mom, yum.
Num-nums?
Yum. Yummy.
cinnamon and sugar. All right, so this is 32 ounces of cabbage, dried. This is what it shrunk down to. So this is ready for storage. Like I said, it's gonna go on my shelf in the kitchen because we're gonna be using this up pretty quickly. But overall, I am very pleased with the dehydrated cabbage and the way this turned out. So I hope you guys also try this method out. It'll come in handy here when the crops start coming in this spring and summer. Takes up not very much space at all, guys. Well, I hope you guys try out this method. It was super easy. Obviously, you can see it is going to save me on a lot of space here. So this is going to come in handy in soups, stews, etc. But thank you all once again for watching, and until next time, everyone have an awesome day.